awful Judith Clayton fiasco.
Well, I certainly haven't seen Judith Clayton since that night until last night at your party.
Oh, I understand. Completely. But at the same time, you know, it's Judith. Judith is the one that gave me this brainstorm. Now, look, for some time now, I have been working on and planning and thinking all the time about a new show that's going on my lineup. And it's going to be a woman's show. And it's going to be a women's issues. You know, a bit of everything, probably serious things and politics or whatever. And more feminine cooking and lovely things like that. And there'll be audience participation, perhaps. Surely there are going to be interviews. I'm not sure exactly, but who knows what the show is going to be, except it's going to be good.
Well, that sounds like an interesting idea.
And really, last night, I wanted to laugh because Judith Clayton, she suggested herself she wanted to be the hostess of the show.
Well, I can understand that. She's been very successful in local television.
Yes, and in a different kind of genre. You see, what I want for this show, I want a hostess, who women, all kinds of women, all ages, can identify with and can like. Judith Clayton, research shows, is perceived as being aggressive.
I can't imagine why.
Oh, come on, now you must know where I'm leading.
I'm sorry.
You, I think, would be the perfect lady, the perfect one to be the hostess of the show. You would have the gentle touch. You would have the personal, relaxed, easy manner with people that I want to see on the air.
Lucinda? I'm flattered.
Well, good. Are you interested? You must be psychic.
Excuse me? I said you must be psychic. I was just telling Bob the other day that I really felt as if I needed a project of my own that would challenge me.
Would putting on a new show on TV, would that challenge you? Should we talk about contracts?
Oh, wait a minute now. No, I certainly have to think this over, and I absolutely have to talk this over with Bob.
Oh, all right. Oh, of course you have to talk it over with Bob. Where am I? I mean, it's been so long since I've been married and been in a position where I had to do that talking over stuff. I'm sorry. Although John keeps me in line, he reminds me.
I'll just bet he does.
People give our marriage 6 months.
I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. I tell you, though, Lucinda, I have to admit, I think John...
And I would say...
that he's probably a lot happier now than he's been in a long time.
I hope so, because I'm happy.
But I'm glad.
Lucinda?
Oh, now, Tonio, please. I'm busy.
Well, I'm sorry. I got the message that you wanted to see me.
Yes, but I'm with Mrs. Hughes.
I'm sorry to interrupt,
Not
Mrs. Hughes.
at all.
It's nice to see you again.
It's nice to see you, Tony.
Thank you.
Oops.
We're looking forward to the party that you're throwing for Fanny and Seth.
Oh, good.
Oh, now, Seth, I think we need 2 more chairs down there, too.
Frank's on the phone with Betsy. She said she'd be right up.
Sabrina, you look so pretty.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I thought you'd change clothes again.
No, this is mine, and I'm me. I had a lovely evening with Ivor and your mother last night.
Yeah, so I heard. I understand you got quite a lecture.
No, it was much too friendly for a lecture.
Mama thinks that Sabrina's very talented and ought to have more self-confidence. I think she also advised you to get out and meet some people. Huh?
I agree with her. You see, Emma Slider and I have the same idea.
Grandmother gave me the very same advice.
Well, I think with both the Hughes family and the Snyder family just cheering you on, you're going to have more self-confidence than you're going to know what to do with.
Listen to the voice of experience.
Yes.
Poor Lisa has spent her life lacking self-confidence.
Somehow I doubt that.
If you want to give me a hand with these chairs?
No, why would you like...
Nancy, I think I love
maybe over by the...
engagement parties just about as much as I love weddings. This is going to be such a good one.
I think it's going to be a good marriage, too. It's lovely to see 2 people so happy together.
Hey, Nancy, it wasn't too long ago we were saying the same thing about Tom and Margot, remember?
Oh, I'd give anything to be able to do something to help them.
Well, when Tom comes back here, I'm going to have a long talk with him and try to persuade him to leave Washington and come back and stay with Margot.
I hope he does. She needs him here now. And he was only supposed to be in Washington for 2 months.
I know. I just hope it isn't, well, it isn't too late for them to right things.
So how are you gonna handle things with Tom tonight?
I may not have to. I doubt he'll be around long enough to have any major discussions about anything.
I wouldn't count on that if I were you.
Well, I am. Fanny was the one that shamed him into coming home. He's not coming home because he missed me.
You don't know what he's feeling. Want to know how I see it? I think he's going to try to work things out between the two of you before he goes back. That's how I see it.
I doubt that very much.
And what if I'm right? You're going to give it a chance, or you're going to slam the door in his face?
I'm going to tell him the truth. That the old feelings for me are dead. And yes, I am going to tell him what happened the other night.
Margot, nothing happened between us the other night. What is the point of even bringing it up?
Because it's the truth. I wanted you the other night. And sitting here looking at you now, I know my feelings haven't changed. I'm not embarrassed about them, and I'm not sorry.
I think you're very confused right
Stop
now.
saying
You're
that. I am
angry
not
at
confused.
Tom. You are hurt. You feel like he's abandoned you, Margot. And I just hope you don't say anything to him out of anger, maybe to get back at him, something that you're going to regret, because it could be the end of your marriage.
My marriage ended last November when I lost Tom's baby. And now with the separation, the sudden weekends, meetings, trip to Palm Springs, late mornings with do not disturb signs on the doors, not accepting phone calls, not even from your wife.
I mean, you could be misreading all of that.
What I'm not misreading are my feelings for you. When I was with you the other night, I hadn't felt in a long time. I felt alive. And I wanted you to make love to me. Now, if that's not admitting that my marriage is over, then I don't know what is.
But I'll give him the message. Okay. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye.
Hey!
Hi!
Oh, I'm
How
so
are
glad to
you?
see you. Welcome
too.
home. I missed
Thanks.
you so
Oh, I missed you
much.
too.
So how was Greece? How did things go? And
Oh,
how's Steve
fine,
doing?
fine. Listen, I wanted to see you yesterday, but I got so crazy I had to run to Foxwood
Oh,
Lodge to
it's
see
okay.
Craig.
I
didn't
don't mind
have
at all.
time.
Tell me, what happened in Greece? How's Steve?
Well, I wish I could say everything was terrific.
Well,
But-
Ellen said that Steve didn't have much to say about his new job.
No, we didn't. We had a nice few days in Corfu, though. It was lovely. It was sort of a second honeymoon. At least we tried to make it that.
No, I'm so sorry. What's wrong? Really?
I don't know. At first, being together was just wonderful. Nothing else seemed to matter. But then there were just too many unanswered questions and things we both kept avoiding. We both kept pretending everything was perfect so as not to hurt each other.
That sounds more like Steve than you.
No, I was just as guilty of it as he was this time. We had too little time. I didn't want to upset it more by asking him questions I knew he didn't want to answer.
Well, how did that leave things between the two of you? Does that mean you're going to take Danny and move to Greece?
Oh, I want to. But I've got to be sure about what's going on over there before I do anything to disrupt Danny's life. So, I'm going back. At the end of next week, Craig has a new client with offices in Rome, and we'll be able to stop in Corfu. And this time, I am not leaving until I have all of my questions answered.
Well, that's good. Were you able to meet this Spiros, or whatever his name is, that Steve works for?
Oh, yeah, I met him quite a few times. He's really... Oh, I don't know. He's kind of a flashy type, you know. He likes to talk real big and throw money around and...
And what?
I just have this feeling that he's gotten Steve involved with something illegal. And that's why Steve's so reluctant to talk about it.
you ready for your big shindig tonight?
Yeah. Are
What's the
you?
story? Oh, I only intend to be the life of the party.
Oh, yeah?
Where's the lucky guy?
Oh, he's upstairs with Iva. So what's new with you?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No, I popped the question to Lila at Craig's wedding the other day.
The question?
The big one. She's thinking it over. A guy could get old in the meantime, you know what I mean?
Oh, Tracy, that's fantastic. I'm sure she'll think about it and realize how great it is, and she'll snap you right up. I just know it.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm hoping for it, Red.
Hey, Daddy told me that Taylor's dad is in town.
Yeah, it's just what I needed. Taylor and Derek Baldwin, I mean, together they're like Murder Incorporated with a Bryn Mawr account, you know what I mean?
Oh.
I mean, what one doesn't think of, the other one will.
They can't be that bad.
Oh, please. Are you kidding me?
Hey, hi, guys.
Hi.
Look at this. Enough brains at one table to start your own med school.
Oh, what about you, Miss A, student?
I was including myself,
Yeah.
of course. I am so excited about your party. So is Tonio. You should see the dress I bought.
Oh, well, it's just a backyard party. It's not like Lucinda's big bash last night, you know.
Oh, well, I wouldn't know about that. Tonio wasn't invited, even though he is one of Mrs. Walsh's top executives. I don't know. Anyway, I've got to get to class. It was nice seeing both of you.
Yeah,
I'll walk with you.
tonight.
Oh, great.
All right?
All right.
Take care.
Hello, Maggie. Can I just talk to you for a second?
I got class.
Meg, just...
All right.
Hi, Franny. Well, do I have a contagious disease or what?
Did you make an appointment with Dr. Michael?
Oh, I'm going to see her secretary later today. Yeah.
Good. How's your back?
Doc says it's okay, but I'm always going to have a problem with it.
Steph, I just can't take any more of this, right?
Tell me about it. Mama told me it's getting to Ivy, you know. Mama told me that she nearly broke down last night.
She was
distressed.
still pretty upset when she left this morning.
This is so frustrating. We can't get rid of the guy.
I went down to the stable last night and talked to Josh, right? He said the only way he was going to leave is if he found out the truth about Iva's baby. And he wants us all to believe his story.
Don't mention any of this to Franny, all right, if you see her? I'll handle this, all right?
I don't know how you can handle it. I know how I feel every time he even gets near Lily.
I can't let it get to me, that's all. He's worked on Franny's sympathies just like he did for Betsy. You go and go back to work, huh? I'll talk to you later.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Go on. Hi.
Hi, sweetheart.
I'm going to take off, Franny. Have a good time at your party tonight.
Thanks. Thank you.
Well, it's our big night. I can let Josh or anyone else ruin it for us.
Well, thank you. I love you.
What did he come over here for?
Well, I asked him to. I wanted to know if he'd seen Dr. Michaels. He was trying to talk to Meg, but she wouldn't have anything to do with him.
I think he's got good reason to steer clear of him. When she was out in Kansas at my aunt's a couple years ago, you know, he made it very difficult on her.
What did he do to her?
Oh, he kept lurking around, waiting for a chance to come on to her. You know, at least she was older than Iva was at the time, so she had the good sense to stay away from him.
Well, I guess we better get going. I know you have a lot to do with the party tonight.
Yeah.
How was Iva?
Oh, she's not good. Having Josh around really is getting to her.
You know, Seth, there's something that I don't understand. I haven't understood it since you first told me. Why is Iva so reluctant to say anything about Josh?
Well, what do you want her to do?
If he raped her when she was a helpless kid, why doesn't she just tell everybody about it? Why is she so determined to keep it a secret?
You think a person wants to talk about something like that?
No, but Iva's a very strong, bright person. I'm just surprised she doesn't feel like it's her duty to warn other women about him.
It happened a long time ago.
Yeah,
Franny.
even so, why hasn't she gone to the police? Why hasn't she warned her friends? I mean, she knows he goes up there to visit Betsy when she's all by herself, and yet she told Betsy to believe what she wanted to believe about Josh. It just doesn't make any sense. It's like she's trying to hide something.
Bob, honey, now be serious. I need some advice. Look, when I was in Lucinda's office, Tonio Reyes came in, and he mentioned the engagement party, which was very embarrassing since we haven't invited John and Lucinda. So what I was thinking we should do is... I know how you feel about John, but it occurred to me that maybe it would be good for Andy if his dad were there. Now, I've already thought of that. I'm going to talk to Emma before I do a thing.
Well, I love you, too. You fresh thing. Goodbye.
Well, I can see he probably loved the idea of having the Dixons come over.
Oh, well, he agrees they should be invited, but you can also believe he's got his fingers crossed hoping they don't come.
Oh, sweetie. Oh, I'm just so sorry. Things didn't work out better with Steve.
Yeah. Well, I could be wrong, you know, about his being involved with anything shady. I pray I am. It's just, he's so disillusioned. He went over to Greece with such high hopes, going back to his roots, and...
Well, maybe, maybe you should just come back here and start all over again. Nothing wrong with that.
You know, I even told him about Lucinda's job offer.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, big mistake. He exploded.
Yeah.
He said he's not coming back here until he's really made it and he can prove it to everybody. Sound familiar?
I'm afraid so.
Yeah.
Betsy?
Hi, Rod. Hi.
Hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. Come on in. You know Kim.
Sure.
Nice
Hi, how are you,
to
Mrs.
see you.
Hughes? I just saw Franny at the hospital.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Betsy was just telling me that you did a wonderful job taking care of the cabin while she was gone.
Oh, it was really nice being there. Yeah. In fact, it spoiled me. I'm looking for a place of my own now.
Oh, well, I wish you good luck with it.
Thanks.
Listen, honey, I've got to run. I've got tons of things to do at the house.
All righty.
I'll see you tonight. Nice to see you. Oh, listen, if you would like to come to the party with Betsy tonight, feel free to join us. It's going to be very casual and lots of fun, I hope.
Thanks. I don't think I can make it tonight, but thank you.
Oh, that's too bad. See you tonight.
All righty.
Bye.
Bye.
What a nice lady.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, she's the best.
Yeah.
Both she and Bob. They have a wonderful marriage, too, one I really envy. They're totally honest with each other, even when they disagree.
Don't you have that with Steve?
It's sort of difficult to do that when your husband's halfway around the world. So, what's the deal? Why don't you want to go to the party tonight?
Oh, it's Seth's night. And Franny's too, of course, but my being there would just put a cloud over the whole thing, and I don't want to do that.
Want to grab some lunch?
No, thanks. I'm not hungry. What's the matter?
Nothing. Well, for starters, I'm worried about tonight. Barbara asking me to that party. So damned awkward last night. I really don't want to put us through that again.
If it's me you're worried about, then don't.
Well, I am worried about you.
I told you about my feelings for you and how I felt about my marriage because I felt it so strongly, and I wanted you to know. I understand that you have feelings for Barbara, and that's really between you and Barbara. I have no claims on you.
Look, I think I know how I feel about you. I also think that you're a lot more confused about Tom and your marriage right now than you're letting on, and I don't want to do anything at this time that is going to hurt a lot of people.
I don't want to hurt anyone either. And I'm not confused. I know what I want. Like I said before, I promised you what happened the other night. It will never happen again.
Part 2 of As the World Turns.
Lisa,
Hey, Lisa, we've got good news. Glad to see you.
what news? What?
The guy who called you last night, he was the owner of the boat refueling dock in Locksport, Nova Scotia. He described Shannon perfectly.
And he said she wasn't acting at all like she was kidnapped.
She'd given him a note with phone numbers and some money and asked him to call you. She said she was in a hurry. That's why she didn't do it herself.
Yeah, so? I mean, that's practically everything the man said to me last night when he called. Oh, Roy, this is not news.
Did the guy get a description of Shannon's boat, Roy?
No. He said he was busy refueling other boats. He took the money and the message and directed her to the ladies' room. When he turned around, she was gone.
Well, did he happen to notice in which direction the boat was going?
Well, we're staying right on top of this. We've got an APB out in McKechnie and Charles Pearson. If we find out anything, we'll let you know, okay?
Thanks.
Roy, hang on. I point a
Hey,
ball.
Al, I'll bet you that was McKechnie's boat in Loxford. I'll bet you they pick him up today.
Maybe they will, Nick. Maybe they will. Margot, what are they doing in Nova Scotia anyway?
Out.
What is the matter with everybody today?
I'm sorry, Lisa, that you walked in.
Don't apologize, darling. I understand. I know you are a woman who just needs her husband to come home. I had a long talk with Nancy today, and I told her that when Tom comes home tonight, I'm going to have a good talk with him, because I want to see to it personally that he stays long enough for the two of you to just kind of
Lisa, don't you think I've had enough concern and pity from my own mother? I don't need it from my mother-in-law.
No, I'm trying to help you.
You just helped about enough. Don't you realize that? Don't you understand how humiliating it is for me to have my mother-in-law call up my husband and yell at him to get him to call me? Or Franny. Franny had to frankly twist his arm to get him to even come and see me. Why doesn't you just stay out of it? Why doesn't everyone just stay out of it? For God's sake, I could run my own life.
Oh, these flowers are beautiful.
Hey, everybody, I'm home.
Hello.
Oh, golly, I'm so sorry I left you all in the lurch.
We have plenty for you to do.
Beautiful.
Don't worry.
Yes, but first of all, we want to hear about this meeting of yours with Lucinda Dixon.
Oh, I can't. I have to talk to Bob about that first.
You have our curiosity roused.
Not to change the subject.
But you see, she is changing the subject.
Yes.
I spoke to Emma to make sure it was all right with her if we invited John and Lucinda, and she said it was, so that's what I've done.
Did you tell Bob about that?
He was thrilled.
I'm sure.
Actually, he agrees with me that it would be better for Andy if his dad were here.
Well, I do think that's true.
Oh, boy, you really have got a good start on putting everything together. I just think this is going to be the best party ever.
I think so as well. I'm so looking forward to finally meeting Tom.
Oh, I can't believe he has been gone since January.
Hello, Ken.